how leaders can make others smarter. This was a book written by Liz Wiseman, and she's the president of Wiseman Group, a leadership research and development center headquartered in Silicon Valley. Along with that, there was another co-author, Greg McKeown, and he's a partner as well. And he leads the workshop and assessment practice and teaches around the world. Ashok, can you please play the video? Before I start, I would like all of you to watch this trailer to understand better about this book. Ashok, no sound. Is it audible for everyone? Ashok, sorry, there is no audio.
May I interrupt?
Yeah.
Ashok, when you're sharing.
So this is what it's all about, multipliers. We would have met so many people as diminishers and multipliers, and let me take you through what I read about it. We have all had experience with two different types of leaders. One is, the first type is diminishers. They drains intelligence, energy, and capability from the people around them. The second type, multipliers, or the leaders who use their intelligence to amplify the smarts and capabilities of the people around them. When these leaders walk into a room, light bulbs go off over people's head. Ideas flow, problem gets solved. The world needs multipliers, especially now when leaders are expected to do more with less. So what's the difference? How does one person become a multiplier while another become a diminisher? So to do this analysis, the authors, they've chosen among across the world 150 leaders to do this survey, and they have done a lot of research and given this book with a chapter wise anecdotes. There are a lot of small stories with a very popular organizations and with a very small multiplier trait what they used. So they found that there was no difference much in action between the diminisher and the multiplier. It's all about the attitude that makes the difference. And there are key 5 traits which differentiate between a diminisher and the multiplier. The diminisher is the empire builder, the tyrant, the know-it-all, the decision maker, the micromanager. So a diminisher is someone who hoards resources and underutilizes talent, and the tyrant is nothing but who rules the absolute power, and they don't give chance for others to speak, give direction only, make centralized abrupt decision, and they don't consult with others, drives results through their personal involvement. Whereas the author says multipliers have got a different traits. They are talent magnets who attract the talents from the crowd of people, and they are liberators who require everyone's best thinking, and they are challengers, and they are debate makers and investors. I read this one small anecdote which was very interesting. I thought, let me quickly tell you. So there was a Hexel AG Germany group founded in 1986 by twin brothers, and they are self-made entrepreneurs. Thomas and Andreas Strongman. When they tried to hire a general manager for their Netherlands branch, they requested the hiring person to identify individuals. The recruiter identified 9 individuals, and they decided to complete the interview in one single day. The recruiter was shocked hearing the schedule. So what they actually explained and they convinced the recruiter is they were planned to meet only 3 minutes with one candidate, and they have decided to conduct and speak to them. If they fit in the organization, it will be very evident within the first 3 minutes. If they think they don't fit in that particular organization and the person is individualistic and not on the company culture, they will reject instead of saying we will get back to you. So they could complete the entire process in one single day, and the final candidate, they spent 3 hours. So this is how a multiplier works. They know how to spot and attract the right talent. So multipliers and diminishers viewed people and their relationship in a different way. For all the multipliers, it's very, very difficult and tough. They don't feel others are unimportant. They always have these inclusiveness, especially their employees. They don't cuddle them either, or they don't see their unimportance, and they don't keep them away. So if you read the book, it is full of multipliers, how they can behave, and what are the ways and what are the things you can follow to become a multiplier. So Liz suggested a lazy way strategy to, if you want to become a multiplier. So there are 3 steps they have recommended. 1, work the extremes. What do you mean by work the extreme? Assess your leadership practice and focus on the development. So what they say is bring up your lowest low and take your highest high to the next level. Number 2, start with the assumptions. Adopt the assumptions of a multiplier and allow the behavior and practices so naturally. People get smarter by being challenged. With enough minds, it's easy to figure out, and people who are smart will figure things out. And there is a 30-day multiplier challenge. If anyone feels that I'm still a diminisher, I would like to become a multiplier, pick one practice with one discipline and work out for 30 days. Then we will understand what is a multiplier and how we can practice this better. Everything is very difficult to do it all one at a time. We can improve the situation by being a leader, a parent, or an employer, and a teacher, and a spouse. And we can do this by understanding its meaning, and we can multiply and spread the leadership across with the multiplier effect. So these leaders are very important in today's scenario, and let's all be the multiplier in this forum. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, JC, for that wonderful insight about the book Multiplier. I'm sure Anirudh is now